Romania's Prime Minister, Victor Ponta, joins me now to discuss the growing migrant crisis. Victor Ponta, thank you for talking to Al Jazeera.
Good morning.
Now, as a new member of the EU and a small country compared to many European countries, briefly, what's your response to the growing migrant crisis we're seeing in Europe, this terrible tragedy playing out of thousands of people dying at sea?
Let me just very briefly to express the sorrow and the solidarity of Romanian people with the people of Nepal, and it's very important that the whole world is concentrating and trying to help people there. But you are absolutely right. We should not forget that every day, every night, thousands and thousands of hopeless people are trying to get some shores in Europe. And lately, the tragedies in the Mediterranean, they caught the news and, of course, the attention of the European Council. But we should not forget that 2 million Syrians are right now camped in Turkey, and many others in all the northern Africa. I would just say that it is unacceptable for a European Union, prosperous, democratic and promoting human values, to say that it's nothing we can do except rejecting the people. And I think that all the new funds that all the European countries put together and the new policies and strategy trying to help these people, this is the only good answer.
The issue of policy is an interesting one, isn't it? Because, ironically, you're the Prime Minister of a country where for centuries Romanians have traditionally been on the move, they've been discriminated against, and ironically now Romania is part of the EU helping to formulate, decide and even vote on policy issues in terms of migration.
Yes, and I think this is right, because based on our experience and all the Southeastern Europe experience, we should understand that we cannot just build a fence against people coming to Europe. We just have to understand that those people are coming for a better life because they are afraid in their countries, and we should find policies to integrate most of them. And this is the answer of my country. This is, I think, a democratic world answer, the only one.
What about the movement of Romanians within the EU? I mean, you were quoted as saying a few years ago that Romanians shouldn't be treated as second-class citizens in the UK. So talk us through that briefly. Why the controversy?
Because, of course, European Union has been built in different stages, and Romanian and Bulgarians, we were together with Croatian, the last one to join the European family, and more than 3 million Romanians now they live in Italy, Spain and other countries of the European Union. What is the lesson for the other countries which are not yet member of the European Union? Is that this is the right path. We should try to reach the European standards, to try to develop our economies, and Romania has succeeded in the last years to do this, but we should keep open the idea of sharing the values. And I'm looking to the countries around Romania, Moldova, Georgia, the Western Balkans, also our key relationship with Turkey, which is, in my opinion, the most important partner of the European Union. And just together we can solve the problems, not simply staying divided.
But some other European leaders may say, hang on a second, the Eurozone's economy is under pressure. Many countries, like Greece, for example, enforcing austerity measures. Given that reality, briefly, why is Europe still so attractive to migrants? I mean, many of these countries simply can't afford to take migrants in.
I think that all the European countries, they can afford to take migrants, because migrants within the European Union and outside, they are bringing added value to the society. They are working hard, they are adapting very fast. This is my opinion, and this is the Romanian experience. Of course, populist and extremist politicians, they use the migrants theme in political fight. But I think this is against the European values, and whoever comes and live and respect the European values, it's a good citizen of Europe.
Mr. Ponta, let me get a final thought from you. We know that Romania is helping to secure Europe's outer border with your Coast Guard patrolling the Black Sea. But now we're seeing, I think you touched on it earlier, a small number of migrants using the Black Sea, perhaps jumping off from Turkey. Is this a new route into Europe, and could this now become a problem for Romania?
It is definitely, because we have seen a radical increase in people coming through the Bosphorus and then the Black Sea. It was not a traditional route. But once again, we should understand the big pressure on Turkey 2 million people, feeding them and giving them an opportunity, it's something that even for a big country like Turkey, it's a huge challenge. And of course, we should prepare for new waves of migrants. But the idea of just rejecting them or letting them die on the sea, this is absolutely unacceptable. And I think that this is our duty towards the humanity and the values that we share to find a solution for all these people who are running from such a bad situation.
Victor Ponta, thank you very much for talking to us.
Thank you very much.